Okay, ready, set, go.
Welcome to our 2 Cents Podcast with Oscar. Welcome back to our 2 Cents. We're doing it again here at Raxo Studios with your host, Oscar. Thank you for all your support. Please hit the subscribe button. It's free to you, and it means the world to me. It means we can keep making some of this shit. And I already cussed. And I can't cuss because YouTube doesn't like it. Oh, I'm sorry. Just like Instagram gives me a message saying, oh, you can't monetize from now on because we've given you too many strikes. Since when the hell have I been monetizing my shit for me to get a notification of that nature? I didn't even make any money of this. So why are you saying that I can't make money no more? Can somebody explain this to me? See, and the hilarious thing about it was that it wasn't even nothing horrendous. It wasn't even nothing crazy. It was just a guy from Florida. Everybody knows what goes on in Florida. Everybody knows it. But no, Instagram decides that I get to make no more money. As if I ever made any money. Have I been making money off of Instagram and have I not known about it? And if that's the case, someone needs to cut me a check now. Because clearly Instagram tells me I can no longer monetize any of the content that I upload. Can someone explain to me how do I collect my money that I can no longer monetize? Because clearly I've not been taught, I have not received any email, I have not been given any of the money that I can no longer make. And that's what's crazy to me about this whole social media deal, right? I can't sit there and put something crazy up, right? Well, perfect example. I'm going to go back to this because this is a great example. This right here was just the guy having his foot not bit off, just bit by an alligator in Florida out of all places. But Instagram decides I can no longer, where is it? Right there. No, right there. Wherever the fuck it is. Instagram decides that I can no longer monetize, even though I have never monetized. Now, that's crazy. But also, if I've been making any money, well, let me stop myself there. Because I know for a fact that I've never made any money. But Instagram, you've made so much money off of every single one of us. And yet, no one tells you to shut the fuck up. And who made you the judge? Now, is it real people revising my shit that I told them? Whatever the fuck it is called. I don't even know what it's called when you fight the fight, trying to tell them that you're not this is not right. I don't even know how many Instagram pages I've been taken away by Instagram. Is that even allowed to say? Because if I got kicked out, am I allowed to go back? If I get kicked out of this page and I can no longer make any more money off of Instagram, mind you, I've never made any money off of Instagram, but now I can no longer make any more money. I don't get it. Can someone explain to me how this deal works? Am I supposed to be making money because I can no longer make money? But if I complain about it, I'm the goddamn loser. Because I'm complaining about shit that I can control. I like mocking people. Like that guy that fell off the wheelchair. That guy's hilarious. What I'm complaining about is not.
Okay, ready?
But this is hilarious.
Set, go.
As if he's no longer, well, he can't feel anything behind. He can't feel anything under the way. So, I mean, I don't know. He hurt his back. Would that be a problem? He's already sitting down. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not judging them by wanting to have fun. I just think it's not the right fun for the right situation. Now, but who am I to judge these people how they cannot have fun, right? Just like who the fuck is Instagram for them to tell me that I can't make any money? That I can't make any more money. That's what my algorithm has gotten me out of now, which is great because I'm not even fucking, most of the time I'm not even on Instagram. My thing is TikTok. I'm not like those losers that talk shit on social media and they fucking write it till the fucking wheels are falling off, right? I'm not one of those that says, let me quote, more or less, I don't know how to quote people, but the wording is, social media is the problem. You know what the problem is out of that fucking whole sentence, social media is the problem? People that are saying the social media is the problem, that's why society is the way it's going the way it is, are the people that are getting $200 million out of Spotify, just $200 million more from Spotify for having another contract, for you keeping your shit on their social media. Whilst you promote your shit on the same shit that you say is the problem. Now, if people really think that social media is the problem, why are you still making content? Why are you being part of the problem? Can anybody explain how does that make any sense? And now you're going to say, but he's raising awareness. He's raising awareness to a problem that has probably gotten out of hand, and it's going to get out of hand even more. You might want to say that, but if you're saying that and you're not doing anything about it, why are you saying it? To ring a bell that you're riding the whole way till the wheels are falling off? You're one of the biggest creators. And yet you don't stop making the content that you complain about. But again, if I come here and start complaining about shit that other people say, but you're the loser because you're paying attention to them. Well, why are you putting the fucking content if you don't want me to pay attention to your shit? Oh, that wasn't right. Anyways, I don't even know how I got on that, and I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just upset at people that talk shit about social media. Because these people are already making a well living. It's not even, well is not even the right word. 200 million is not being well off. 200 million is just being set up for life. Well, I guess that's well off. So same shit, it doesn't matter. But if you're making ungodly amounts of money off of social media and you're here ringing the bell, social media is the worst. Social media is the cause of the problem. Let's stop doing this. Let's stop social media because social media is the problem. Oh, but my friend owns Twitter. X now. What's up with X? It just reminds me of porn. But I guess the good thing is just you can actually read the news and jerk off. So it's great. I like that. Anyways, while your friend owns X, right? Now, anybody fucking steals my jokes, they're all on my fucking podcast. Every single one of them is where I've come up with all my jokes. So don't fucking come saying years later, he stole that joke from somebody. Fuck off. No. I dare you to go listen to my 315th episode, and you'll see that every single joke that I have up to today is from the podcast. Thank you. I'm going to thank myself because I listen to this shit and I get jokes out of it. So fuck off. Anyways. So yeah, that's what was upsetting me. And you know what? That's the problem. I start paying attention to what other people are doing and stop paying attention to the troubles of the world, like the war and the other war. Now, I have a question. See, I've asked this question many times about wars, right? Certain wars that we're fighting, certain places that we're supporting, that we really shouldn't be supporting. But I'm just asking the question, who crucified Jesus Christ? Now, you might say it's the Romans. Yes, it's them, the ones that crucified him. But who put him up for trial and said, we must give the people what they want? Who did it? Nobody's going to dare to say it because nobody's Christian no more. Unlike myself, I consider myself to be a good Christian. I'm so good that I don't even go to church because I oppose all the shit they believe in. I oppose in making money off losers. And maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's my problem. I need to stop opposing making money off of losers. Because if losers are willing to give it up, then who am I to tell them not to give it up? Now, on that subject, on that note, I guess, somebody came into Joel Osteen's church. I make fun of those bitches all the time. I do. But that's a horrible thing that happened there. It is. It was really uncalled for. Now, the only reason I'm getting into that is because I was going to talk about Joel Osteen either way, because I remember I watched I watched an interview of him being questioned if he thinks people in poverty are doing the wrong thing or the right thing. Oh, no, that's the wrong. See, I'm even fucking lying now. But what I was watching was if Joel Osteen could live a life of poverty. He says that he could because God will provide. He could do it, but he won't do it because you know why? Because God provided to him, like I said, a house full of losers. And I'm not talking about that day, the day that place got shot up. No. I'm not talking about that place. That's horrible. That's no joke. That's no joking matter. But the other previous days, well, first of all, it was his church. Second of all, it wasn't even his sermon. So I'm talking about his sermon. I'm not even talking about other people's sermons. I'm talking about him. Anyways, he did wish everybody happiness, and everybody to solve their problems. Maybe he should have talked about social media. Maybe he would have gotten a deal with Spotify, right? Tried to say that social media is the worst while you make ungodly amount of money. And I already said that, but I said it again because it's not even going to get heard. Again, I'm the loser for complaining about it. Sure. But that's okay. I'll sit here and be a loser and point out the shit that really, really irritates me. And that's one of them. That was one of them. And that's probably what I didn't record last time. That's how irritated I was. It's not true. But I was not recording last week because, and to be honest, I had nothing going on, yet I didn't record because I chose to. And not for mental health reasons, not for any of that reasons. No. We don't claim that here. We don't. Because I just don't find it right to find a scapegoat for being lazy. Right? I'm lazy because I'm lazy. It's not that I have any troubles. I don't complain about it. I just go to work. Anyways. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. I even lost my train of thought. What was I even complaining about? I don't know. It's not even important no more because I forgot what I was saying. I have that problem. I wonder where that comes. Is that going to develop into dementia later? Is that even the right illness? Is it an illness? It is an illness. I don't know. It's not my field of expertise. My field of expertise is non-existence. There's no field of expertise. I can't do anything other than what I'm doing now. Is that good or is that bad? Now, should we ask social media? And now, who's to say social media is going to give me the right answer? Because according to some people, social media is bad. Not mentioning the riches that some people have made whilst complaining about social media being bad. Now, is that frustrating or what? I really don't know. I really don't even know what's frustrating anymore. But the reality of thing is that people have really done it for themselves now. People are no longer as smart as we used to be. Now, I don't know what the train thought of this is, but if what should we call it? Okay, so who likes a good military grade vehicle? America does. Nobody does better than America, right? Anyways, but there has to always be a test. And I've always wondered, like, how do these people test these things? Like, do they know for sure they're not going to get killed? And also, do I want to be the one testing this military grade window? Now, if you trust your product, you are willing to put yourself in the line, right? I've seen so many videos of like a guy testing it's like a vest. It's like a stab-proof vest, right? I guess. He stabs him a bunch of times, knife doesn't go through. Now, I'm very uncomfortable with the scenario where I have to put myself in a place where I could potentially be hurt. That's very irrational to me. Now, being stabbed, I don't know what it's like. I don't know what it's like, but what I would imagine is not fun. Now, like those people that have put on that jacket and get it tested out on them, they don't have a problem with that, right? They look comfortable just standing there being stabbed to, well, I guess non-lethal scenario. But also, I wouldn't want to be the guy that's testing windows sitting right in front of a 50 cal gun, right?
About to get shot at with a 50 cal.
Cameron ready.
Ready?
Shooter ready.
Ready. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Now, okay, that was good, very good. But now let's play little devil's advocate here, right? Let's play a little devil's advocate. You want to be that guy. You want to be that guy sitting there if that window would have fail. Can't even talk. It would have fallen too, right? What if it would have fallen? Right as he would have shot, the window falls down. Boom, he gets shot in the head, exposed like watermelon. And it gets clearly recorded for, I guess, insurance purpose. That's the only reason that guy was recording inside that vehicle. He was only recording inside that vehicle solely for insurance purpose. Because if his head would have gotten shot with that 50 cal, it would have exploded like a watermelon. He would have been the headless tester. Is that horrible to say? Well, some people might be horrible to say. But for me, in this instance, I really don't think it's horrible because you're the one that sat yourself there. You knew what you were doing, but didn't go down that way. It was a successful test.
About to get shot at with a 50
Let's
cal.
watch it again.
Ready.
Ready?
Shooter ready.
Ready. Let's do it.
3,
It's just
2,
wild.
1.
It's just wild. I can't do it.
Clear.
I've done some crazy shit in my time. I've done some wild shit. Not that wild. I mean, in my life, I've had some common sense where it's good enough to pull out of a situation, right? But putting yourself in that situation and knowing there is a percentage, it might be minimum. You know, it might be minimum. I don't know how many tests you ran. I don't know how many windows you made exactly the same. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But if that was the window that would have failed, did everybody forget that Elon Musk test on that Cybertruck like years ago before it even came out, right? Did everybody forget that? Did everybody forget how it failed? How that window specifically failed? How that specific window failed? Did anybody remember that? Now, what if that would have been this scenario? Again, we would have seen particles of brain matter everywhere. But I'm not smart enough to be in those tests, right? I just have enough common sense to say, hey, man, we should probably put like a couple watermelons there before we put somebody in that cabin. But also, I'm judging from a 30-second video. Not even 30. But I'm also judging it from that angle. And maybe they ran the watermelon test that I'm asking for. I don't know. People like watermelon. I like watermelon. Who doesn't like watermelon? You have to be an asshole if you didn't like watermelon. On a summer night when it's cold, don't be an asshole and put your watermelon in the refrigerator. Why would you do that? You dip it in water. You put it in your pool. Leave it there the whole day. By the time you come eat it, it's going to be fresh. It's going to be washed with chlorine water and piss too. So if you want to try it that way, that might work. Anyways, I have, you know what? I know some people we could have used for this test. We should have used some of these people, specifically this type of people. We should have used all these people in that vehicle bulletproof window test. We should have put some of these people in there, to be honest.
What should you spend on your Super Bowl tickets? 13 grand.
$10,000.
9,000 a ticket. It's a lifetime dream of mine to be here. I'm a little emotional. My dad did this for my birthday. 8,500 a piece.
8,500 a piece. Now, I said it before. This is not the face of Americans suffering from a monetary situation. The economy failing. That's the right word. This is not the phase of people going through economic hardships. This is the phase of people who can pay up to $13,000 for a goddamn stupid ticket. Again, I'm the idiot for complaining. Yes, thank you very much. I'm the dumbass for complaining about people paying ungodly, ridiculously amount of money for what?
I actually got my ticket for free.
Costs $8,000.
Was it worth it? Are you excited to be here?
Oh my God.
Economic hardships, what are we talking about? This is America. We can afford tickets for up to $13,000. From February on, the economic hardship in America is over. It's done. People can afford $13,000 tickets. Regular dumbasses can afford $13,000 tickets, right? So where is the economic hardship in this? Now, a couple years ago, we heard, there's no homes. They're too expensive. Everything's getting expensive. Come February 2024, what is everybody doing? Spending money on dumbass tickets for $1,300. $1,000, not 100. $13,000. The economy is at an all-time high. There is jobs everywhere. There is money to be spent everywhere. People seem to be doing great because people are willing to pay $13,000 on a ticket for what? a sporting event, more like a loser event, because everybody that was there is a fucking loser that lost all that money. Unless, well, here's the thing. I respect people who watch the sport and they actually bet money in there because you're making money. I respect that. I can respect that. Now, if you're going to spend $13,000, but out of that, you're going to make, I don't know, $100,000. If you do that, you know what? Let's just be generous, right? And out of that, you're probably going to make another extra 13, right? You break even. No, you don't break even because you make double of what you put in. So you make 100% return. Anyways, you do that, then, hey, I got so much respect for you because you're making your money. But if you're the damn loser that's there for like, oh, my team's going to win. Well, guess what? Even if that goddamn team wins, you didn't win shit. You're just more of a loser. Because you lost that money. Yeah, you paid for that ticket. You went in. Yeah, you were there screaming like a jerk off. What did you win, though? What did you win? What is that team going to give you? Is that team going to give you at least a quarter of that ring or a shaving of that ring or whatever the fuck is it that they get? What do they get? What does people get? I don't know what they get. They get a hat probably. Again, I'm the loser because I sit here and complain about losers. But I'm the loser. That's okay. I'm willing to be the loser just so I can be heard. How I complain about this dumbass people paying $13,000 for a ticket whilst complaining jobs don't pay enough, whilst complaining there's not enough jobs, whilst complaining the housing market is so expensive. I don't ever want to hear that again from any goddamn people that paid $13,000 on a goddamn ticket to watch a boring ass game that I fell asleep. And to be honest, I didn't even watch it, and yet I fell asleep. That's how boring it was. Anyways. We live in a great neighborhood. I wasn't sure if those were gunshots or hammer or somebody hitting with the hammer or something. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll never find out. Anyways, the microphone probably didn't even pick that up. But anyways, I find it hilarious how people complain about the economy, yet they go and spend $4,000. I keep being generous, and I keep saying $4,000, and I don't even think there was no tickets for that price. Again, I'll be the loser complaining about it, right? Because everybody is going to say the opposite. Everybody's been saying the opposite of what I've been saying. Oh, you enjoy the game? Oh my God, it was an amazing experience. I don't get it. Also, you know what I don't understand? Dumbass people crying over artists. Especially if they're like little kids crying over a stupid artist. Parents, what the fuck? Yet we complain about the future, but the future was raised by the past. So how is the future's fault because of what the past did? Old people, boomers, you're at fault because of what's going on now. You didn't give enough whoop asses. Boomers got their ass whooped, but boomers did not give enough whoop ass. Anyways, I know a boomer that got enough whooped ass. I know one, and I'm going to present him to you.
Good evening, cowards. Nice to see a bunch of fat, ugly women.
Did you hear that one, that lady?
Good evening,
Listen.
cowards. Nice to see a bunch of fat, ugly women.
Her voice was so terrified. That gasp was, oh, because she knew in that very moment that conversation was directed to her voluptuous self.
What?
Excuse you.
What?
No.
She I'm speaking. They're fat, ugly women is what they are. Let's talk about it. You don't have to buy. It's called free speech. Bye.
Perfect, exactly. You see that? This big back lady right there. That big back lady, that's what she was offended. Because that was specifically directed to her. Fat, voluptuous, opposite gender.
That's not free speech, that's insulting.
Okay, everybody.
And we wonder why children are retarded stupid today. We wonder why. We wonder why when we have these pathetic people here called teachers rape the children's mind.
Now, I'm with him and everything, pathetic teachers. And yes, everything he said is correct. I've seen some shit around here and around everywhere that it makes me question society. And let me tell you, I used to be, what's the word? Hopeful. I had a hope for humanity. I had lots of hope for humanity. 3 months later, and you could go back into my episodes and you'll realize that I had a lot of hope. I had a lot of hope. But that hope is long gone by now. I don't know where to get any more hope because that's gone. So what we do now is, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know where things are going, but it's just, I hope that by the time the shit hits the fan, if it hasn't yet, I hope that my descendants are already out of that system and into the workforce so that way they can make their own decisions. And you know what? I don't even know if we make our own decisions anymore. That's what I'm saying. Months ago, I was very hopeful. Now, I don't even know what the fuck to believe anymore. Shit is weird. Shit has gotten so weird now that I stopped paying attention. So, when I stop paying attention is when I come here and I start complaining about shit that annoys me. And here we've gotten again to a place where I'm annoyed because Instagram is not going to let me make any more money that I wasn't even making anymore. That I wasn't even making already. That's upsetting. YouTube's probably not going to get this out there because I say shit at the beginning. You're not supposed to cuss in 10 minutes. And yet, I did it. I did it to myself. Just like all those losers at the Super Bowl did it to themselves. They decided they wanted to be losers and pay an ungodly amount of money just to go watch some overgrown manhandle each other because they want to put hands on each other. That's all I got to say. That's all a guy that wrestled is saying that he thinks about football. It's a bunch of guys trying to touch each other. Anyways, this was fun. This is R2 Cents with your host, Oscar. Deuces.